everyone! So today I have a makeup tutorial. As you can see, it's part of my Let's Get Naked series using Urban Decay's Naked palette. So this is the look. It's a smoky look and it's seriously so easy. I think this eye took me maybe 2 minutes. So I hope you guys like this and stick around for more. Bye!
Hey guys, what's up? So today I have a makeup tutorial for you and I'm very excited because over the next 6 days we are doing an Urban Decay Naked Palette Marathon. This is my official 6 days of Naked series. So today we are starting with the original, I feel like I need a lint roller, lint brush for mine, but the original Urban Decay Naked Palette.
Hello friends. Welcome back to my channel. We gather here today to mourn the loss of a dear friend. Something that took us through good times, to bad times, to good times again. They've been there with us through all of our growing years, all of our weird makeup experiments, our journey into the life of smoky eyes. They have been there for us every step of the way. They've held our hand and said, don't worry, I'm gonna make you look like the bad bitch that you really are. Or, you got a job interview today? I'm gonna make you look like the most hireable candidate. Today we say a final goodbye to our beloved original Naked palette from Urban Decay. For those of you who don't know, Urban Decay has announced that they are discontinuing this palette. This palette has been with us through thick and thin. This palette grew beauty gurus. This palette has turned amateurs into artists. The original Naked palette has been with us for so long, and in a lot of ways it's how many of us got our start into this beautiful world of makeup. I know personally I owe my life to the Urban Decay Naked palette. I owe my channel to the Urban Decay Naked palette because after all, it is the palette that I started this beautiful journey with. So today, for Throwback Thursday, I wanted us to all reminisce and enjoy and think about the good times we had with Urban Decay's original Naked palette. Let us not mourn in sadness, but rejoice in the great times we had. If you guys are ready, I'm going to show you how to get this look. Just keep watching. I just filmed this entire makeup look and I realized that my mic was off. Is it on? Okay, it is on. I'm like so paranoid. I took it all off and now we're going back into it. So I'm first going to prime my lid with the Sigma eyeshadow base in the shade Persuade. It's a crayon. It's almost identical to actually it pretty much is, to MAC's Painterly Paint Pot. I just love that it's in a stick form so I don't have to like dig my talons into the paint pot, you know what I mean? The stick is just so much easier and it's a fantastic base. It is so opaque and creamy and it holds on your shadows forever. I'm a huge fan of this freaking eyeshadow stick. If you want to check it out, I'll have all the products linked down below. And I do have an affiliate code with Sigma. Just so you know, it's an affiliate code. I never want you to be confused or not told about that. I will make a commission off of anything where you use my code. So if you're not interested, forget about it. If you're interested, it's SHAEXO and it'll be linked down below. And I just use my little P88 brush from Sigma Beauty to blend it on. Now jumping into the Naked palette, this is emotional. We're first gonna go into the shade Naked with my Sigma E40 brush. Got a little pan peeking through in there. And I'm gonna blend Naked all over the lid. Yeah, when it came to today's Throwback Thursday video, I was just like, there's no other option but for it to be the Naked palette. I know the news has been out for a few days now, maybe even a week, that it was being discontinued, but I had to use it. I had to give it a final send-off and a final thank you for all the fun and the crazy journey it has taken us on. I mean, the Naked palette is a huge part of me. It sounds so stupid. The way that I grew, a lot of my audience when I was younger and I had first started my channel was through the Naked palette. And I'm not making this up at all. Back in the day, I was told this from Urban. I had either the first or one of the very first tutorials ever with the Naked palette. Very first day that the Naked palette had went into stores, I bought it, I ran home, and I got a video up right away. And it's really what grew my channel and what brought so many viewers to me. That's a really pretty shade all over the lid, isn't it? I know it's simple, but it's a cute, fun little quick glam. With the same brush, I'm gonna pop into the shade Buck, which clearly I used a ton. That's quite a dip. This is my original Naked palette. This is the one that I bought so many years ago. And I'm gonna pop Buck right in the crease. I'm sure I'm not gonna do anything that you guys haven't seen before with this palette. We all know this palette has been used so much on YouTube and on social media, so I'm sorry if my look isn't 100% original. This video is really just to like walk down memory lane and pay our respects to this palette. I know I'm sounding so dramatic, but like I told you guys, it's really what started That Girl SHAE XO was the naked palette. My naked palette videos have millions of views, which is just so crazy. And to this day, you guys tell me that you found me through my first naked palette tutorials. It definitely really hits home, this palette for me. There's just a special place in my heart for this palette. It's quite possible if this palette never launched, if the naked palette never existed, and I never ran to Ulta the minute that it went up for sale and ran back home and got a video up within probably 2 hours, because again, my lighting, my filming, my editing wasn't as good as it is today, so it didn't take me that long to get the video up. But it's fair to say that the chances are my channel might not be what it is today. Not that I have a huge channel or anything, but I don't think 300,000 subscribers is anything to scoff at. You know, it's just like, what if this never came out and that never happened? I'm just super emotional. Now I'm gonna jump into the shade Creep right here. And this, I really wanna flick up from the lash line, right on that outer lash line, up into the crease. So swiping back and forth in that little area. I'm so interested to hear, and I mean, I know this sounds silly, but like makeup really touches like a personal place in my heart. I would love to hear the first time you guys got your naked palettes, if you did use it. I know for a lot of us, it was like our first venture into using more expensive, more high-end makeup. For some, it might be the first palette that drug you from like the drugstore side of Ulta into the more fancy side. It definitely, I believe, was one of the first more expensive things I had ever purchased. And then I'm also working that just a bit into the crease so it flows nicely. Funny little story I can tell you guys, a funny little behind the scenes of this palette. And if any of you also worked at an Ulta or any store that was selling this, I remember on the launch day, well, first of all, was madness. I think that this was the first huge makeup thing that just made people go crazy. It was like the first huge launch. And I remember we had people calling every day waiting for the palette to come out to see if we could hold it for someone or reserve it. And so we ended up making like a list of people who we would hold it for, which I think since the naked palette launched, that like they don't do lists like that anymore. Like you can do pre-orders or you can hold it for the day, but you can't call in like a month before and hold it when it comes in, because there was actually 2 dads who came in to pick up the palette for their daughters. And it was like down to the last 2 palettes, and one of the guys had it on hold and another guy, his wasn't on hold, but it should have been. And they got into a fight in our store. One of the dads was like harassing the other dad saying like, well, when did you put it on hold? Because if I put it on hold first, technically I should have that palette. And we were just like, this is a madhouse. This is crazy. So it just definitely, it's so iconic. It just really is. People were lined up outside waiting to get their hands on it. I'll never forget it. Next, I'm gonna spritz my cream color E58 brush from Sigma with some setting spray. And we're gonna dip into the shade Hustle. And we're gonna start placing that all over the lid. I'm gonna put another color on the inner half right there, so I'm not too worried about covering that up. But I do want this to be about halfway through the lid. This color is so beautiful when you use it wet. It just has the prettiest sheen to it. And then I'm gonna flip that same brush over and dip into Toasted and use Toasted on that inner half. I actually love this look. I know it's nothing we haven't seen before, but it's very cool toned. It's very beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing on the side and I'll be back to finish off. Real quick, I wanna line the inner rims of our eye. Because it's an Urban Decay look, I just feel like it's appropriate to use an Urban Decay eyeliner. So this is Urban Decay's 24/7 liner in the shade Roach. A total favorite of mine. It's just the most beautiful brown. You guys know I love brown eyeliner. So I'm just going to run that along my lower lash line and then just smudge that in with our finger. I'm not gonna set it till after I do my concealer and everything else, but I do just want to kind of blur that in. Next for foundation, I'm going to take the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Foundation. I'm loving this. It is too deep for me, so I can only use it when I have self-tanner on. I would use an Urban Decay foundation, but I actually don't have one, which is so weird. So this is in the shade 2C1 Ecru. I love the lid. I don't know if you can tell, but it's like zebra stripes. So hopefully I'm the right shade of self-tanned on my body to use this foundation today, because I love it so much. It's just that it's too deep for me. Yeah, even right now, I think it's just too yellow. I need to get a new shade, but I really do like it. And I'm just going to stipple that all over the face. Please share your first stories of the naked palette. Was it your first big palette you ever purchased? I just know from when I was working in store and so many people were coming in for it every day, a lot of people's first times trying something that wasn't a drugstore brand. And then for concealer, I'm going to take the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Vanilla. I love this concealer so much. I really am a huge fan of it. I think it's much better for me anyway. I don't want to speak for anyone else, of course, because I know everyone loves Shape Tape, but I much prefer this to Shape Tape. Oh shit, I got it too close to my eye makeup. Ah, that's upsetting. I just like pulled it a little too wrong and it went too high onto my makeup. Yikes. Gonna have to try and blend around that without effing up my eye makeup. Laura, Miss Lola Lynn, if you guys know her on YouTube, she's amazing. She just texted me. That's what that sound was. While that bakes, we're gonna jump into another Urban Decay palette. You guys already know this. I use it like every video. This is my favorite Urban Decay Shapeshifter palette. I go into this second shade here, this contour shade, with my Sigma F40 contour brush. And just pop that into our cheekbone area. Give us some nice definition and bronze just in that little socket. So I'm currently reading, it's the movie that's about to come out. What's it called? The Perfect Secret, or, oh, A Simple Favor. Wow, The Perfect Secret, totally different. A Simple Favor, that movie with Anna Kendrick, is that her name? And Blake Lively. Is it Anna Kendrick? I don't remember her name, but it looks so good. And when I saw the preview for the movie, I was like, oh my gosh, please be a book, because I cannot wait to figure out what happens in this story. So thank goodness there is an audio version of it on Audible. So I just started that last night. I am hooked, line and sinker. I am hooked on this book. And now I'm getting really excited to see the movie because the book so far has been really fascinating, and it moves quickly. If you want a quick, mysterious read, something that doesn't feel too drawn out, I really recommend it. Again, it's called A Simple Favor. Going down into the jawline as well. I just finished the book, Pretty Girls, it's called. It was intense. I don't recommend it if you have a weak stomach or if you're even much younger. It's like one of those books I definitely ask your parents' permission to read first. It's intense. It's a mystery thriller, but there's a lot of violence and a lot of bad crimes in it that I didn't even know were gonna be in the book. If I would have known going into it, I probably wouldn't have been able to stomach the book. People kept recommending it to me, and then I started it and I really couldn't stop at that point, but it was intense. It was a little intense. With my F77 chisel brush, I'm also gonna take some on my nose for my nose contour. So right along that side, just like so. And I like to make sure I have a little bit up in my eye socket. And then with my F87 brush from Sigma, it's the like little triangle one. It's super cute. I like to pounce this under my contour and bake that for just a few minutes to get it to kind of sharpen up and clean up. Now I'm gonna let this bake for just a few minutes and I'll be right back. All right, so I'm done baking. I'm going to go ahead and swipe this away. Sometimes when like I'm cleaning off my baking powder, I feel like this is so dumb. Like I feel like I'm a fossil and the people are like digging it and sweeping it with the little paintbrushes, you know what I mean? That was a big dream for me when I was a kid, I remember. I really wanted to look for dinosaur bones. I mean, I think every kid has that dream at some point because it's just like, it seems like the best, funnest job ever. Just like digging around in the dirt. I gotta give my brushes a bath tonight. They are dirty. I'm going to go into Buck again with a shader brush and work that on my lower lash line in. You all right? Try to really smudge it out there. And then spritzing a little crease brush. This is the E45 tapered blending brush. I want to get it a little damp and take it into Sin and just add Sin on the inner corners. There's a little extra glow, a little pop there. Can I help you? You are a lot of cat. You are just a big ball of cat. Oh my god, he's so distracted. He's such a baby. Say hi, Jukabuka. Oh my god, I love you so much. Look at this big fur ball. Can you even take the cuteness? He's the sweetest boy in the whole world. Alright, so for time's sake, I threw on my mascara and my lashes. For mascara, I use the Wonder Beauty Unlashed Volume and Curl Mascara, one of my favorite mascaras of all time. It's so great. For falsies, I've been using this company recently. They just sent me a package and their lashes are gorgeous. They're cruelty-free. They have the bunny on the sticker and everything. These lashes here are called Now or Never, and the packaging's just really cute. It's bright, it's fun, and they have a ton of lash styles. I really recommend you guys check them out. Not sponsored, no affiliate code, nothing like that. They're just amazing lashes. Next, to add just a little more pizzazz to our look, I want to add some glitter. So this is the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Liner in the shade Grind. It's one of their glitter liners. And I'm gonna go ahead and bring that through our cut crease. Ooh, that's pretty. It's like super unicorn-esque, about that far in. That's a beautiful glitter. I don't think I've used this shade before. It's got like purple and lavender in it, but then you also see blue, green, red, like all the colors of the rainbow. I love that glitter. Why have I not been using this? This is so pretty. For blush, I want to take an oldie but a goodie from Urban Decay. This is Urban Decay's Fetish blush. It's one of their after 8 hours or 8-hour afterglow blushes. I can't remember if they still have these or if they redid them or what the case is. But when they first came out, I bought all of them because I was obsessed. I thought the colors were so gorgeous. And this shade here, Fetish, is just like super wearable. It's super easy. Oh no, I got glitter on my lid. I'm gonna have to flake some of that off. By the way, real quick, I get asked about this choker all the time. I actually bought this from Express, you know, the clothing store. So for highlighter, this isn't really a highlighter, and I cannot find my Urban Decay Sin highlighter for the life of me. That's what I really want to use. This is the Illuminizer Translucent Powder from Urban Decay. I've just been trying to stick with the Urban Decay theme. This looks really powdery. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this in and see if it just gives us a light something. Oh, that's pretty. I love this one because it's not like a metallic glow. It's like a beautiful, like lit from within glow. I love this. I could see this being beautiful on brides. You know, so you're not so shiny in your photos. I know the trend lately is to be like shiny as all hell, but sometimes like it's just so pretty to have a really mild toned back highlighter. So I'm gonna spritz my face with the Smashbox Primer Water. Oh, doggy, it smells beautiful. Oh, obviously, I should have used the all-nighter spray. I'm an idiot. For lips, I'm first gonna line with the Kylie Cosmetics Leo Lip Liner. I'm not gonna talk while I do this because it's a dark red lip liner and like things can go south really, really fast. Next for lips, I do want a darker lip color, obviously. Somewhat to reflect my soul and my feelings right now about saying goodbye to the Urban Decay Naked palette, but also I just think fall's right around the corner. I cannot wait any longer. And Urban Decay has some beautiful deep lipsticks. The two I want to use today, one is called Blackmail. And it looks as if it's black, but there's like a hint of cherry in there that's gorgeous. And then Shame, I think we all know Shame. Shame is just a classic dark lip. It almost looks just like Leo. I'm first gonna do the outsides of my lips with Blackmail, the darkest one, and then I'll put a little bit of Shame in the middle. And that is it for this look, you guys, and quite possibly my final look ever with the Urban Decay Naked palette. Maybe we'll revisit it one day just for fun, or maybe this was the last time that I ever use it. I know that's so dramatic, and I don't care. It definitely has a special place in my heart, even though it looks like a dirty old couch. Just so many good memories come with this, and I just want to thank you. Thank you, Naked Palette, for showing us how to do a smoky eye, how to play and start experimenting with more color and smokier looks, and just thank you for all you've done for us throughout the years. We love you. We bid you farewell. Thank you guys so much for watching today. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to leave me a comment and turn on your notifications so you don't miss another video. I have ColourPop live swatches going up tomorrow, which I'm really excited about with their new back to school collection or their fall collection. And yeah, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Bye.